Greetings and salutations in service to the one. I am Amber Dawn Starr, practical mystic, energetic activist, and for 34 years, master breathologist. Welcome back to my community. Well, today is the new moon in Cancer, and if you are at all familiar with astrology, the Cancer representation is the family. Yay! I'm sure we all have our ideas and thoughts and feelings about our family. Well, one of the things with family is that usually they're karmic. I don't know if you believe in karma, but it's a real deal. It's an energy in this universe that is real. And usually our family is about our karma. Whatever we need to address, whatever we need to clear and heal, usually comes through from the people in our family. I know for me personally, I can only speak for my family. And wow, there's been a lot of karmic relationships in my family. Some of them I remember from past life regression, and I understand more as to why the dynamics are the way they are this time around because of that past life regression and seeing what happened then and didn't get cleared and was brought into now. Yikes. So it's very important to keep your lines with your family clear and clean. And boy, the conscious holy breath helps with that a lot. It has helped me tremendously in my life realize what the patterns that I brought in from the past with my family have led to this life. And I would say for myself, I'm pretty clear with my family. They're not real clear with me. Usually the black sheep or, the scapegoat of the family is not real popular, and I'm that in my line. I chose to stop the dysfunction as much as I possibly could from being passed down in my line to my children. Now, whether that actually happened or not 100% sure. Jury's still out on that one. Hoping, praying that the information that they were given in utero about the truth of this place, the third dimension, will kick in at some point. I mean, really kick in. Not just talk kick in, but walk kick in. Walk kick in. So this new moon today at 6 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, around there, 6:20, is about that home, that comfort, that nourishment, that love that family represents. Now, if you have placements in your birth chart in regards to family, which is the fourth house, you might have some dissonance in regards to your family. And I apologize if anybody watched the last video with dissonance. The information was great, but the quality of the video wasn't. I don't know why. As most of you know that follow me, all my 11 subscribers. So exciting. Oh, that, I don't know what I'm doing here. I do mainly know, I know more than I did when I started, but still, I don't know why I was doing that. I usually do it here in the same room, and for whatever reason that day, there was a lot of dissonance in the video, so maybe perfect timing. So back to family. So your family line. So in my chart, in my fourth house, is Saturn the planet of karma, and Venus, the planet of love, and Neptune, the planet of expansion and high version, high ideals, that your higher self, because Neptune rules Pisces, which is your higher self. On the plus side, every sign has its shadow. So me coming in had the whole ideal of family, like Norman Rockwell. If some of you don't know who that is, you might want to Google that shite and see what he portrayed as family, which is like awesome, which was fun and loving and caring and nurturing and joy, which I think is the idea of family. So I had that ideal in my mind with my Venus. And Neptune, of course, is the higher octave of Venus, and that was the ideal of family. The love for my family I have had and still have, regardless of how they feel about me. I love them and I honor them for their choices. And Saturn, which is karma and yikes and lessons. And so here I'm thinking that, family is just this awesome thing. And in my line and in my chosen path this time, it was a lot about karma and finishing up the karma that I had with members of my family. And, some of those karma that was done to me that I remembered wasn't very nice. And so I came to stop the buck in my line as far as passing down the dysfunction, and also to hopefully create a new timeline with my family. And for the most part, I would say that I have done that. I have cleared, I have healed, even though there's still things that make me sad and I wish were different, but that I don't have any control over. I have control over what I put into the dynamics, and I have shown up, I have been willing, I have been loyal, I have been a truth teller, which didn't go over very well. And still with some of the people that are left that want to talk to me and my family don't. And that's okay, because, everyone's entitled to their opinions. And so am I. So I'm good. I'm good with God. Yeah, I'd like it to be different. Who wouldn't? I'd like the whole damn third dimension to be different, but flip-flopping well, it isn't. That's why I'm doing everything I can this time around to clear the karma with everyone, starting with my family, and then move on, ascend to the next level. Yay. And hopefully I'll make it this time. I've asked God, so God, look, you can either give me the whole new life within this one, which I've been told since I can remember. One of the first things I remember was that information, that there would be that in this life. Or I can ascend right out of the third dimension, which is absolutely okay, as long as I have my cat with me. Or I'll meet in there, one or the other. Or pass. I mean, pretty much those are my choices. So today, the new moon in Cancer is about making new choices with your family. Now, I know that can be very challenging. I know that I'm here to say that, wow, family can be so incredibly treacherous and the most incredible uplifting experience relationships you've ever had. It's amazing that it can go either way. And, sometimes in the same conversation. So today is a good day to set your new intentions for what you want to see happen with your family. Cancer always also rules the mother. So if there's something that you need to clear with your mom, this would be a good day to do that, or at least set the intention today to do that. Moms get a bad rap. And, some moms deserve that bad rap. And some moms don't. And they get it anyway. Sucks. And to stand in that fire when it is being burned on top of you takes a whole lot of strength and courage and trust and faith that regardless of how it looks, there's still love there. And I know that in my family, somewhere in there, there's still love there. But as I talked about in dissonance, I and you can't keep giving and giving and giving to people that think, you're a doormat and think that you owe them something when you've already given them, 24/7 for, over 30 years. And they still think you owe them something. And you don't. Nope, you don't owe them anything. Nope, except your love and your light. And still maintaining that frequency with the assault that comes at you from the wounds that aren't healed, from the past that isn't healed, from the fear that isn't addressed, from the addiction that come from the wounds that hasn't been changed or acknowledged. There's all kinds of reasons to disconnect from your family. And I know there are people out there that have families that are like, wow, awesome. And that's great. That is so amazing. That is wonderful. Good for you. A lot of us don't have that. Hopefully, at some point in the now or in the near now, that'll happen for a lot of us, that somehow that healing will happen. I have done a lot of healing with my line. They don't know. They have no idea. They don't. Most of the light workers and starseeds, which of course I am, come in, do the work, are never acknowledged for it from the people they're doing it for, because they don't even know. They don't even know that I'm doing it and have been doing it since I got here. Before I ever knew anything about anything, I was doing it because I chose as a soul to come back into my line and change it. And I have, regardless of what they think or feel. I have. God knows I have. I know I have. So, and you probably have too. If you're watching this, good chance that you are a light worker and a starseed, because most people won't be watching this. Most people will go, what the flip-flop is she talking about? Karma? Fifth dimension? What? But I know you know what I'm talking about, or you wouldn't be here. Believe me, I understand that by this point. So, today is a good day to set new intentions and trust and have faith that they will at some point be realized. And keep breathing the conscious holy breath. That is what has made all the difference in my adult life for 34 years. one of the things that I discovered doing the conscious holy breath in my training was that I came to the realization and acknowledgement that I was not the right sex. My mother and father, especially my mother, I guess, I don't know. My father, I don't know him. I didn't know him. Wanted a son. And, in the 50s, and still in a lot of places on this planet, the son is, whoa, wee, wow, yay. Yeah, the masculine. Well, the masculine right now. Ooh, I don't know. I know there's some good ones out there. But wow, there's a lot of toxicity in the masculine these days. Lots, and has been for quite some time. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years. And it's not just white boys. I mean, look at how they treat their females in Afghanistan. Oh my goddess. Who the flip-flop do they think they are? Well, I realized this in a breathwork session, that I was the wrong sex for my mom, especially. She always wanted her son. She finally got her son. What? That's another video. Or maybe not. So I wasn't the right sex. And that started me on a path of, I call it the Annie Oakley path, because that path was proving that I was just as good as, if not better, than any guy, which caused a lot of suffering in my physical body, even though I have been very, very strong in my life. I still did jobs in the masculine profession at the time, which was in the 70s. There were no women on the cruise in the 70s. I was. And I had to prove myself that I was every bit as strong and capable as any guy I was working with, which I did. And I also created some challenges within my own physical body that I am now dealing with. But when I got that in the breathwork session, because there was always this mystery as to why I had to be so Annie Oakley. I didn't know. What? But when I got that information, it blew my mind. And it was like the defrag in the computer. All the files started just going into place as to why I was treated and acted the way I did. So I called my mom. And I said, Mom, so her words to me when I was born were, oh no, not another one. I had a sister before me, an older sister who has passed for many years now. And so I was going to be the one that saved the marriage, I guess. So I said to her, so, Mom, you didn't want another daughter, eh? And she said, what are you talking about? And I said, well, didn't you say when I was born, oh no, not another one? And she said to me, didn't deny it. Said to me, how could you possibly know that? She was blown away that her secret was discovered by me. And I said to her, well, Mom, I was there. And so don't think for a minute that those babies don't pick up the energetics of how you are as a parent. Don't think that for a minute you're getting away with anything, because you're not. Eventually it's going to come back and, bite you in your arse. So that helped me incredibly to, first of all, stop doing the Annie Oakley thing, and so that I didn't have to prove jack to anybody, especially myself, because of course, that set up a whole thing about not being enough. And oh my God, how can I bend over backwards 1,000,000 times to prove myself? And am I okay? And all of those things, those threads, that web that is created with the thoughts that you get when you're a baby. You think babies are clean slates? No, they're not. Babies come in with cleaning up their karma, usually, not necessarily with their families, but we're all here to clean up the flip-flopping karma. And the ones that know can go on to the next place, which is so awesome. This place is like having to do math and pass when you hate math. Or, you hate English and you still have to pass to graduate, to go to the next place. So that's the third dimension. These are my ideas about that I gleaned in my time here. So this time, today, you can set a new intention for your family. You can set an intention for love, for healing, so that the universe steps in. Because there's only so much one person can do. And if the rest of your family is not willing to meet you at least halfway, and you've shown up for them your whole flip-flop in life, then it's time to let them go. Not with love and light. Let them go. Pray for them. Pray, which I do every single day, and light a candle every single day for my family and all the families and all the earth and everything that everyone is going through right now, which is so much. I'm laughing, but it's so much, and I'm crying because it's so flip-flopping much. It's so much on so many fronts. There's a reason that people are going off the rails. They don't know what to do with this energy because they haven't done any of the inner work that prepares you for this kind of energy. And even when you have, it's still so much. Never get on yourself for crying and feeling your feelings right now. Breathe the conscious holy breath. That's what's going to bring up your feelings. To heal those feelings, to heal the wounds. Let them become scars. Instead of constantly having that Band-Aid ripped off and there it is oozing again. Yikes. So today, for the new moon in Cancer, do yourself a favor. Talk to your loved ones. Even if you just talk to them through the ethers, they do hear you. You don't have to sit down and write a letter or an email or a text or a phone call. You can actually talk to them via spirit through the ethers, and their soul will hear you. Now, their ego personality might ignore what they're hearing, but their soul hears you and eventually will respond. So take some time today, set some new intentions for what you want to see with your family, and allow the universe to help you actualize that. I am always praying for my family. And my family doesn't have the highest opinion of me because, I'm a truth teller. My family isn't. They don't like the truth. They don't want to know the truth. And of course, here I am. Okay, yeah, I'll choose that line. That isn't going to acknowledge me, that isn't going to see me, that isn't going to just make me the scapegoat of all of their dysfunction that they haven't dealt with. And I'm sure there's a lot of you out there that feel the same way. That you weren't recognized, that you weren't seen, that you weren't the right sex. Time to take back your power. Time to take back the truth of who you are, which is awesome. You are awesome. You are a spark of all that is. Go out tonight. Look up at the stars and just see that. That's about that much of what we can see. Even if you go up on top of Mount Shasta, which I used to do all the time when I lived there, and still do when I can get there, and look at the stars at night, that's still like maybe it's that much of the whole thing. And all it is, creator, God, goddess, whatever you want to call that energy, that created all that, created you too. Wow. Wow. Let that sink in a minute. Breathe into that. Just breathe. Just keep breathing, folks. Just keep breathing the conscious holy breath. Just keep breathing. I'm telling you, it will be the best tool you've ever had in your toolbox to get you through these times. Because we're just at the beginning of these changes. Believe me. And August of this year should prove to be very enlightening as far as what's still coming. And the rest of this decade, a lot of stuff won't look at all the same by 2030. Mark me. Not crazy about it, but we came to help this transformation. We came to help this transition into the next level. But, we have to stay clear ourselves. And breathing the conscious holy breath will help you get clear. It will allow you to breathe in a way you've never breathed before, because you get to feel your life force that's been behind every single breath. And you get to feel all of it that you want to, that still has control over you, that you've pushed aside, that you put into the basement. And you're like, I'm not going to look at that. And, the basement's getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And you're like, wow, what's going on in the basement? Well, I don't want to. Well, this breath that I'm honored to show and do and breathe every single moment is about going into the basement and getting that place cleared out. And when you feel those feelings that you don't probably even remember, Lord knows I didn't remember that I wasn't the right sex until, let's see, how old was I? Almost 35 years old. That's a lot of living before you realize that, oh, crap. That's why I've been doing this and acting this way. Because those subconscious programming wounds are still running the show. So you breathe the conscious holy breath. You feel those feelings that you had and didn't even know you had. You release in any way you need to. Believe me, I know all about that. That's why I'm a master at what I do, because I've been in all those dark places. I know those dark places. But what happens when you go and you breathe and you feel and you release those dark places, all the power and the light and the love that you are a part of, comes forward into the now where you need it the most. And then you heal. So you don't have to drag that black bag around you like Joseph Campbell talks about anymore. And that freedom and that power reminds you of the truth of who you are and what you're part of, which is all that is. So today, do yourself a favor. Do a little ceremony for your family. Light a candle for them. Say a prayer for them. God bless them. God bless us all. God blesses everyone, right? Tiny Jim, God blesses everyone. And keep breathing. And so now, I'm moving along to, my website. So please subscribe, because I guess that's the whole thing with YouTube. And go to the website and see if there's anything that I can offer you that will help you in your remembrance of the truth of who and what you are. In service to the one, I am Amber Dawn Star. Om Namah Shivaya in Lakesh, which is mine, for I am another yourself. And namaste. Have a great new moon in Cancer and a great month. Bye for now. Oh. Sorry, not quite. Hit the wrong button.